Las Vegas man accused in a mass shooting inside a Southern California church. And thanks for joining us live at 5. I'm Trisha Keene.
And I'm Dave Courvoisier. Police have identified now the gunman as David Chou. They say he stormed inside the church and opened fire on the congregation, killing one person, injuring 5 others. 4 of those victims suffered serious injuries. Authorities say worshipers helped take down the shooter before police even arrived, saving several lives. And we have live team coverage tonight, digging deeper into the man behind it all. 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears now live in Spring Valley with a look at his life in Las Vegas. But first, ABC's Morgan Norwood brings us the latest from the investigation in Laguna Woods.
Swarming with police and sirens, Laguna Woods, a normally quiet retirement community, now the epicenter of grief and bloodshed after yet another deadly mass shooting in America. This one happening inside Geneva Presbyterian Church in Orange County, California, Sunday afternoon. Authorities now say this was a politically motivated hate incident.
It is believed the suspect involved was upset about political tensions between China and Taiwan.
The suspect, initially described by police as an Asian man in his 60s, now identified as 68-year-old David Chou of Las Vegas. Chou charged with murder, 5 counts of attempted murder, and 4 counts of unlawful possession of explosives. Authorities say he stormed inside the church during a lunch banquet, chained the church doors, and began firing several rounds at the Taiwanese congregation. As those bullets penetrated the sanctuary, law enforcement say it was the worshipers and Pastor Dr. John Chang who hogtied the suspect and grabbed his 2 guns before police responded to the scene.
Without the actions of Dr. Chang, it is no doubt that there would be numerous additional victims in this crime.
Authorities and medical helicopters arriving just moments after, police taking the gunman into custody, but finding 1 victim dead and 5 others hurt, 4 critically. All of them adults between the ages of 66 and 92. By Monday afternoon, 2 of the victims were upgraded to good condition. Their swift recovery as investigators continue to piece together this case.
There's no direct connection to the church or any member of the church that we are aware of, but this investigation is still ongoing.
And as for the suspect, David Chou, he's due before an Orange County judge first thing tomorrow morning. The FBI is also opening a federal hate crime investigation. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And turning now to 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears, who joins us live near Twain and Decatur in Spring Valley at the apartment complex where the suspect lived. Darcy.
Trisha, David Chou lived in the building behind me. He lived in unit number 1. We spoke to a neighbor who rented from Chou for 5 years and was his next door neighbor, but says he hasn't seen his former landlord since February. Sometime in the last 24 hours, Metro served a search warrant here. They collected a cell phone and took some other items into evidence. One of the things they'll be looking at is whether Chou planned the attack here in Las Vegas before driving to that church in Orange County.
This building changed hands several times between Chou and his wife and then to their 2 sons, according to Clark County records. One son now lives in Taiwan with Chou's wife.
He sold his building and his wife had lung cancer, so she left to Taiwan. She couldn't come back or anything like that, unfortunately,
Neighbor Balmori Oriana says Chou and his wife often had loud arguments before she moved out of the country. There's one other family member still living in the United States, but police didn't say who or where. We've also learned Chou worked as a licensed security guard in Las Vegas. A neighbor told us he worked part-time on the Strip.
He was a security guard right here at the Venetian Palazzo for the conventions, and he would work 12 to 16 hours a day. But they would only call him, say, once a month.
We reached out to the Venetian to confirm that, but they did not respond. Police say Chou's Nevada guard license enabled him to legally carry a gun. Police say Chou had 2 9mm semi-automatic pistols, which he bought legally here in Las Vegas, one in 2015 and the other in 2017. Chou was the original purchaser.
And to show the intent of this specific suspect, during the course of his arranging his assault, we located several bags within the facility. They contained magazines with additional ammo, 4 Molotov cocktail-like incendiary devices that he had placed around the inside of the church.
Police say Chou chained and nailed the church doors shut and disabled locks with superglue. How and why did he choose a church he wasn't a member of with people he didn't know?
We're still trying to determine why he targeted the specific church. We can tell you that from a national framework, the Taiwanese Presbyterian is not a large congregant location. And this, if you look at proximity to Vegas, this may have just been the closest in proximity based on the target of his hatred of that particular group.
In the car he drove to the church, police found notes written in Mandarin to support his hatred of the Taiwanese people.
I believe his hatred of Taiwan manifested when he was residing there in previous years, possibly in his youth. He was not well received while living there, according to what we believe we've collected so far.
Chou is Chinese and he is a U.S. citizen.
We asked Metro Police whether Chou has any kind of a criminal record here in Las Vegas, and we're still waiting for them to get back to us on that. The Orange County Sheriff said that's something they're looking at too as part of their ongoing investigation. Tonight at 6, a picture of the man behind the massacre emerges as we talk to neighbors about who Chou was and when things started to change. For now, reporting live in Spring Valley, Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.